All right, so let's get to it. Micah Mazzccua announces his intention to transfer. And look, we kind of knew something might be up. Didn't know it probably would go this far when, the open media portion of practice, noticing Mazzccua wasn't there taking part in practice on Thursday. And then not long after practice ended, he tweeted, quote, "Appreciate Coach Napier and his staff, but I feel it's best for me to put myself back in the portal." That tweet is no longer up there on Micah Mazzccua's Twitter profile. So, of course, that does beg the question, is there something going on now where maybe this gets resolved and this was just heat of the moment type of thing that happened? In the end, if they can get this resolved and get on the same page, it would benefit him and Florida, I believe. But now, you were looking at one of the plug-and-play pieces to take over after Ethan White transfers away at left guard to just, from Mazzccua, come in here, plug and play right away. Had a lot of stats at Baylor, a lot of playing time at Baylor. That you knew he could come in right away and be an asset for this Gators offensive line. So while not officially out there, word is he is injured with a torn labrum and would have missed some time anyway, certainly this spring. We'll probably have to wait to see how long fall camp into the season the injury would affect his playing time. Either way, you're not getting the luxury of having the plug-and-play offensive lineman ready to go for the 2023 season. So it does hurt in that regard. We got to look at the fallout of this. Tiffany, I see your comment. How does this hurt? You never know how he even played because of his reputation. There was a reason he was highly regarded as one of the highest left guards or one of the highest offensive linemen in the transfer portal. And it's the same thing with Osiris Torrance. He was highly regarded. We just assumed he was going to be really good, and he was. So we were putting that same label right here on another transfer who had the same type of reputation. Yeah, I think we can say that. It does hurt when you were relying on him to be a plug and play piece. Now, that doesn't say you can't make up for it. And that's what I'll get into, some of the outcome. But yeah, it hurts. Hurts his depth piece. Hurts somebody who could have stepped in right away and played. Now, if he's not going to take care of his responsibilities in this culture and everything Billy Napier is trying, if that's what it comes to, then yeah, it may be best that he moves on. But as far as the player and the potential that he was bringing, yeah, that hurts. But I do think, we start the three names: Richard Leonard, Jake Slaughter, Jalen Farmer. Leonard brings a lot of experience from last season. And he'll certainly start at one of the guard spots, playing both sides last year, played admirably and better than Ethan White at times. So Richard Leonard, who we thought maybe fit in on the right side now, well, he can go to the left side. Jake Slaughter is a name. Look, I brought it up before in our spring practice preview. He has been talked about by Rob Sell in the media a whole lot. So even before spring practice, that's only been confirmed since then, that another name on the interior of the offensive line I think we can count on. Jalen Farmer in his second year is a player I say keep an eye on as well. And let's not forget about the true freshman coming in. Now, admittedly, I have a hard time seeing a true freshman coming in and starting, but this does open up where they can get into the competition. And then, shout out to Gaines Vegas on the Gator Collective message board. You guys are missing some great inside practice reports, and I won't share them all there because that's the benefit for Gators Breakdown or for Gator Collective members. The best practice reports you'll find out there. But one tidbit I will share, just kind of give you a tease and what you can get there. Gaines Vegas does say from Thursday's practice, true freshman Najee Harris has been running with the first group some. Now, I don't think that tells us, he's going to get the first team reps right away, but you see what the 5 = 1. Well, you see what he can be in that 5 = 1 as a true freshman. Now he's earning enough to get those reps right there. But surround him with, some of that experience and see how far he's come along. I heard some small rumblings about him before that report on Thursday that he was coming along pretty good. But at least this shows enough that coaches can tinker with him and how he looks among the starting group as a true freshman. So no inside info here, but I think I'd start with Leonard, Slaughter taking over. And look, even if it gets resolved, there is the report of Mazzccua being injured. So either way, even if it gets resolved and he stays, well, he's going to miss some time. But look for Farmer and Harris to compete there as well. And I'd love to see where Roderick Kearney ends up fitting into this as well, just because not much info on him and, just about halfway through spring practice, no ton of info on him doesn't deter me from thinking that he doesn't end up competing down the road and a great fit for this offense. He's tailor-made for this offense as an offensive lineman, coming from Orange Park, and the type of offense that he played in, that whole pass blocking will end up needing to get developed even more. But as far as the run blocking road grader type, Roderick Kearney is going to be that guy. But in bringing up Kearney and bringing up Harris, Napier showed with his best offensive lineman that he's developed so far in his career with Osiris Torrance at Louisiana, he'll play a true freshman. I mean, Osiris Torrance started 13 of the 14 games as a true freshman. Now, how much does that change in the SEC? We'll see, and those are also the factor of, I think Florida has some options. Leonard, Slaughter, to begin with, in my opinion. But if Harris and Kearney do their job, no doubt Napier, Sells, Stapleton, he'll put those young guys out there. They'll put those young guys out there if they're earning their reps. We've seen it with freshmen last year. Osiris Torrance as a freshman at Louisiana, coming in ready to play. I mean, it's hard to play no matter what level of football you're at to go play in the trenches as a true freshman. And there is a case study that if you get it done, they'll put you out there. So we could see down the road a Kearney, a Harris, play a lot of football here for the Gators. Also on Thursday, Damian George missed Thursday's practice with what I was told was a lower back injury. So still waiting to see how serious that is, but we got him pegged there, as a tackle, what Rob Sells says. We'll see if that changes. Rob Sells said he was a scout as a tackle, that he is a tackle. I think he stays there based on that. But does this news with Mazzccua change that plan? I don't think so, but it's worth monitoring given his experience playing at both guard and tackle spots. So I think it's worth keeping an eye on. I don't think it happens because of who Florida already has in this competition is the four names I just went through. And of course there's other guys there, but those are the four I think end up contributing to five that I end up contributing the most. So who's already in the competition? I don't think Damian George gets moved from tackle to guard, but because of who's already in the competition, and let's not forget now, there's still another transfer portal window. May the 1st. So if Mazzccua going to go into portal, that's when other teams can start contacting him. Now he'll probably have to sit out a year since he already transferred. So maybe that comes into play of maybe get resolved in him staying at Florida. But at the same time, that transfer portal opens up May the 1st. I expect Florida to be active there once again and along the offensive line. And that was the plan even before the Mazzccua news was coming out. But it's even more imperative that it plays out that way now. Hopefully, you go find another instant contributor, find some depth for some more competition. You cannot have too many trench players. We've seen that throughout recent history at Florida. We've seen that play out way too many times. If you don't have the bodies, if you don't have the depth to create competition, to get better, I mean, the offensive line, while not consistent last year, was much better. Was much better. So with another year of development, another year of strength and conditioning, you can't have too many. I expect another step, especially for the young guys. The guys we didn't get to see a whole lot of last year. Some of it's going to be forced because of some transfers. But look at the jump Austin Barber made last year. Look at the development of Osiris Torrance. Can't have too many. It just took a hit, possibly. Transfer portal opens up again. Maybe go see if you can get another plug-and-play experienced guy.